Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder are in the NBA Finals with the series against the Indiana Pacers tied 1-1. And while on the court, the city has seen success, off the court, it has seen a transformation, thrusting it positively into the national spotlight. And joining me now with more is the mayor of Oklahoma City, David Holt. David, welcome.
Thank you.
What brings you to New York? It's great to have you here in studio.
Well, I'm here to talk to you. Yeah, absolutely. What a cool office you've got here. This is a great view.
Yeah, it is action-packed and quite the place for sure. So we got to start with the NBA Finals, right?
Sure.
Game 3 of the Finals tomorrow night in Indianapolis as the Thunder try to take the series lead here. What does the team's success on the national stage mean for your city off the court?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I feel like sports are sort of a prism through which we view a city's overall success. And, you know, as the eyes of the world have turned to OKC in the last 2 weeks with the arrival of the finals, they're seeing a place that has the lowest unemployment in the country. They're seeing a place that just announced 7 events of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics will be staged there. And they're seeing a place that's got growth and development all across the city. In fact, you know, just to look at the city skyline between 2012, when we last hosted the NBA Finals, to today is to see a completely different city. When I was born, we were the 37th largest city. Now we're the 20th largest city. And so we love getting the opportunity to tell that story. And though the NBA Finals are, at the end of the day, just an accomplishment of basketball, it gives us a platform. I mean, just look at us. We're talking about OKC.
I've been to some OKC games before, believe it or not.
Oh, no kidding.
OKC itself.
No kidding. That's great.
Yeah, they were pretty impressive. Those were the Russell Westbrook days.
Yeah, right.
Paul George, Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
So
you know your hoops.
So
That's good.
I do know my hoops to some extent. Let's talk about the business investments that have been happening over time that have led us to the place where OKC is today.
Well, our roots are obviously in oil and gas. That's no secret. But in the 1980s, we were maybe too dependent on one industry. And so we've diversified a lot because of our dependence in the 1980s. We went through a rough time, really a kind of an economic depression for our city. But today, you know, we have tremendous growth in aviation. We have Tinker Air Force Base, our biggest single employer in the city. So we've got a lot around that. We have a lot of growth in bio and tech. We've got Echo, a company in downtown Oklahoma City, is literally manufacturing pharmaceuticals in downtown OKC. We've seen tremendous growth in our visitor economy. There's a lot of diversification, even into film. We were the home of Twisters, which you might have seen. That was filmed in OKC. So we're trying to build a diversified economy, and obviously the opportunities that things like the NBA Finals give us just amplifies those opportunities.
It seems like a place of unity too, at least on the political stage, right? Where
Yes.
you are trying to bring unity to this city. How is that going?
Well, that is very much a part of our local political culture. I wear this button on my lapel every day that says One OKC, and that really symbolizes for us the necessity we have to set aside the things that divide us and find common purpose. And we get things done that way. I mean, all of our most recent initiatives have passed with over 70%. Our MAPS initiatives, that's a local brand where we are building quality of life initiatives, get over 70%. We've got $1.1 billion of quality of life investments coming over the next few years. All of this we do in an environment that's very purple politically. The city is kind of 50-50 on the national political front. But when it comes to these local issues, we work together to get things done, including recently passing an arena with 71%. To preserve our relationship with the Thunder for another 25 years.
Okay, so let's talk more sports here,
Yeah.
because I know OKC this year was approved as an Olympic venue
Yes.
for canoe, kayak, and softball events come 2028. What more can you share?
Yeah, we are the only city outside of Southern California that's hosting a full sport in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. And in fact, we have 2. And as you just said, we've got canoe slalom. So that's sort of the fancy Olympic word for whitewater. That's the whitewater sports. There's 6 events associated with that. And then softball. We're the softball capital of the world. People might have just enjoyed, for the last couple of weeks, the Women's College World Series, one of the great events in American sport. That's based in OKC. That's why we call ourselves the softball capital of the world. We have the largest softball stadium in the world, and we have the only whitewater rafting facility west of the Mississippi, which is why we're hosting these sports. And we have an amazing relationship with LA28. We had Casey Wasserman in on Sunday. He came in for Game 2 of the NBA Finals, but he's heading up the Olympics in LA and is a great friend of OKC. And we are very, very excited. We're just basically 3 years out now.
What does the future of OKC look like?
I think continued growth. I mean, we've seen that in the last 2 decades, and it's based on our investments in ourselves, and we're not stopping. As I said earlier, we've got $1 billion in our own public investments coming over the next few years, another $1 billion for a new NBA arena that's going to open in 2028. All of these investments have made the Olympics possible, they've made the Thunder possible, and we don't plan to stop. So we are very bullish, to use a phrase that's popular around here, on OKC.
Very bullish indeed, and it's great, of course, always to welcome companies that are listed here on the stock exchange from your area as well. Anything more that you can share about the business front here and what it means to be on a stage like this?
Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of companies that are based in OKC, that are publicly listed companies, a lot of, especially, of course, in oil and gas. And, we've definitely prioritized the business community, and our political culture is also based around a tight partnership with the business community in OKC. Our business community, the same people who've come here and probably opened this bell in the past, are the same people that are helping us make decisions in OKC and helping us invest in our future. We have a really, really good partnership with our Chamber of Commerce, and that's been really important to our growth.
Is there any model that you're looking to as a North Star? I know you mentioned one OKC, but any other success stories from other cities, from other mayors that are really guiding you in your role here?
Well, it's funny. I mean, it's front of mind today. We were really inspired 30 years ago by a defeat that we suffered at the hands of Indianapolis when a big United Airlines facility went there. And we studied Indianapolis. We loved their downtown. We admired their professional sports. And now we're playing them in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
But it really was a city that we drew. It was first our foil and then our inspiration. There's other cities, obviously, Nashville and Austin. I mean, these are all cities that are doing great. But we kind of think that, especially with the NBA Finals, that our arrival is imminent and that we're now the it city. We would love for people to think that in the years ahead. But right now, we've definitely drawn inspiration from other cities in the way that they've invested in ourselves. And we stand second to none in cities that invest in ourselves.
I got to get back to OKC. I think
yes,
that's the
come to an NBA game.
I certainly will be there. I enjoyed my last few games. That's David Holt. He's the mayor of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, here in studio. Great
Thank
to have
you.
you.